What's up, gang? It's your girl Sid from Savy, Sentient, and welcome to your August 2023 general readings. If you are new here, welcome. If you are not, welcome back. Thank you all so much for joining me. Please make sure that you all do the things like, share, and subscribe to the channel if you have not already. Make sure to comment and engage with the content. Doing so helps this channel grow and lets YouTube know that you enjoy this kind of video. If you all are looking for personal readings, you can book at SavySentient.com, and that is the only place you can book. I will never slide in your DMs. I will not hit you up on WhatsApp, and I will not hit you up in the comments begging for readings. If you all are interested in what I'm doing when I'm not reading tarot or speaking about spirituality, you can watch my other channel, Simply Savy, and anything else you need to know about me will be linked in the description box below along with that second channel. So let's waste no more time and get into your reading. To get a full view of what's happening for you in August, please make sure that you watch your sun, moon, rising, and Venus signs. So let's get into it. All right, Taurus. So let's go ahead and get into your energy. We're going to start with your channeled message. And your channeled message says, "We can't wait to give you choices. You will have choices." In the pre-shuffle, the cards that you received were the Four of Cups in the reverse, the Three of Baskets, and the Seven of Coins. So you may have been feeling some type of dissatisfaction or stagnancy in a friendship or relationship in your community, in the people that you surround yourself with. And you may have found yourself in a period of evaluation when it comes to certain connections in your life. Okay, so your overall energy for this reading was the Nine of Wands as well as the Four of Swords. So with the Nine of Wands energy, this is letting go. This could also be defensiveness, feeling like you are struggling to make progress. And with the Four of Swords energy, this is a period of heavy meditation. So you may be feeling like your progress is being limited by some of your friendships or some of your connections. However, in your current situation, the energy that we have for you is the Tower. The Tower and the Strength card. So what I feel like, Taurus, this may have a lot to do with ego. Not so much that these connections themselves are limiting you, but the way that you perceive the connections, the way that you feel about the connections, may be limiting you with the Tower here, okay? So the Tower represents upheaval. It represents chaos. It represents undoing the thought processes and the ways of going about things that you've created. With the Strength card is, of course, pulling on your inner strength. And I feel like you're needing to pull on your inner strength to recognize that your ego is thoroughly at play at this time, okay? With the World card also in your present situation, I feel like what you're experiencing now is going to be a disruption of that ego. It's going to be an ending of your current thought patterns. This is very necessary for you at this time because, Taurus, in the astrology, when I wrote you all's horoscope based on the astrology, what I found is that right now is a very auspicious time for you. This is a time where you have every energy in play that will make for a prosperous, life, career. Okay. But I feel like you're limiting yourself within your mind and within your ego. And that's where these choices that Spirit is promising you is going to come in. In your current situation, you have the Ace of Cups, which is a new beginning in spirituality. It is a new beginning in healing. Okay, so your first 3 cards are all major arcana, which means that this is something massive, something big that is happening right now for you. And after the World card, I feel like there's going to be like a period of rest for you. And then the recovery comes with the Ace of Cups. This is where you start to refill. This is where you start to heal. This is where you start to relearn and rebuild intuitively and emotionally. And then we have the Ten of Pentacles present as well. And this is where you gain your foundations. You establish foundations, or you get to a place of stability in your emotions and in your spiritual journey. So in your current situation, you're going through some chaos, you're going through some upheaval. There is fighting with the ego, because you have the Tower and you have the Strength, both very egoic cards. And then you have the World saying that it's time to dead that. It's time to put an end to the negative aspects of ego. I feel like you're really needing to learn to balance your ego. When one speaks of ego death, I don't feel like this is necessarily a death per se, as much as it is a readjustment of the ego and learning how to use it more healthily, if that makes sense. Okay, so in this disruption and in this dismantling of your ego, you're going to be reborn, you're going to be reset, and you're going to start pouring into yourself in a more balanced, a more pure, more spiritual way. Okay, this is going to create stability in your emotions. The obstacle for you is the King of Cups, the Knight of Cups, and also the Nine of Cups. Okay, so I feel like your emotions with the Knight and the King of Cups are getting in the way of your wish fulfillment, of you getting what it is that you want, of you getting that completion emotionally and spiritually. With the Knight of Cups here in the center of the reading, we have him walking away. He has his back to the camera or to the card, but he's looking back. And I feel like you struggle with your emotions, like you have a difficult time making a choice that is not emotion based, okay? That is not based in logic. I mean, that's like based fully in logic. So your emotional state gets the best of you in your decisions. But this is what's preventing you from getting your wish fulfillment. So in the last row, the result that you have is the Page of Pentacles in the reverse. So there's some opportunity that you may be missing out on as you go through this journey. We have the Eight of Swords in the reverse, and you're needing to free yourself from your limiting beliefs, your limiting thought processes, your ego-based decision-making. You're needing to release yourself from that, because that is the reason that you are causing yourself to miss out on opportunities. This is the reason why, Chariot in the reverse, you are stagnating when you should be flourishing. The energy that you're currently in astrologically is one that should be helping you grow, that should be helping you flourish and gain. However, you have to be willing to take advantage of that energy. And it feels very much like self-sabotage, okay? Now, if you get to the point where you are able to utilize this energy without overthinking and without over emoting, and with just using solid logic, you will find, bottom of the deck, Eight of Wands, that you progress quickly, that you grow quickly. Okay, with the Nine of Swords underneath that, though, that overthinking is what's going to harm you. So really what I feel like for you is you're needing to find balance, Taurus. You're needing to find a balance between logic and emotion. You're needing to find the balance between the unhealed ego and healing. Okay. And like even before I got into this energy, into the energy of this reading, I felt a lot of confusion. So it feels like, Taurus, you know what you want, but you struggle to get there because of confusion. You don't know the path to take to get there. Okay. The bottom of the deck for your overall energy, we have the Seven of Swords and we have the Three of Pentacles. You may be self-sabotaging, Seven of Swords, certain connections that are meant to help you grow. Look, bottom of the deck, Two of Cups. You may be sacrificing or sabotaging certain connections that are meant to make you grow because you are overthinking, over-emoting, or coming from a place of ego. So your oracles. The first oracle card you have is number 22. And this is a card of intellect. So this card's advice says, put instinct aside for the moment and analyze the situation you are in rationally. All right. So not emotion, not instinct, not moving too quickly without thinking, but really using rationale when it comes to the decisions and the choices that you're making. The next card you have is the Celebration card. And the advice from the dead on this card says, take action while constantly bearing in mind the past without being afraid of having to change your ideas, even drastically. Okay, so what I'm getting from this is, depending on the choices that you make, the outcome can be one that is celebratory or one that shows up as stagnancy in your life. It's up to you to make the right choices, okay? So let's go ahead and get your advice. We have the Emperor coming up as I shuffle the deck. The Emperor also fell underneath the Nine of Wands and the Nine of Swords and the Eight of Wands. The Emperor was present too. So some of y'all really need to be taking control of the chaos that is the Tower and not letting the Tower control you. Okay, don't be a victim to that chaos. What is the advice? Look at the advice. Eight of Swords. Wow. The advice is the Eight of Swords again. Freeing yourself from that self-imposed mental prison. Freeing yourself from limitations. The Four of Pentacles. Stability, holding on to something that you find valuable. And then the Strength card. Again, a card of ego, but a card with the message of getting what you want, what you need through finesse and not force. This is a card of confidence. Okay, so really what I feel like is what you're going through is a matter of self-worth and self-confidence. And feeling like you deserve, sorry, Hazel's over here doing the most, but feeling like you deserve the things that you want. Learning how to value connections around you without feeling the need to compare. Knowing that you are worthy and that you come with gifts. You come with abilities that are yours and yours alone, and that you are an important part of a greater whole, okay? Three of Pentacles energy, that your contribution to the whole is just as important as anyone else's, okay? So let's go ahead and get your postcard from Spirit. Let us hear it, Spirit. And what did I just say? Your contribution to the whole is just as important as anyone else's. Your postcard from Spirit, the very first sentence says, there is only one you, and you have a unique path and a special purpose. You are supposed to have specific experiences in this world and meet certain people, but then it's up to you how you live, how awake you choose to be, and how willing you are to grow and strip away what's false. Don't compare yourself to others. I just said that. Don't compare yourself to others. It's easy to think a person is happier just because their outside looks good according to society's standards, but you can't know anyone's internal experience. Compare yourself only to your past self. See how far you've come? Don't be distracted by what others are doing or accomplishing. Stay focused on what inspires you. That's how you get successful and find happiness. Want what you have now and not what someone else has. We love you immensely and know your journey ahead is sparkling with miracles and wondrous things. Trust. Loving you forever and ever. And one of your oracle cards said something about comparing or like keeping the past in mind. It was number 22. Keeping the past in mind. Okay, I lied. It's not number 22. It was number 31. Take action while constantly bearing the past in mind. Be without being afraid, having to change your ideas even drastically. So don't be afraid of having to change your ideas even drastically, but keep your past in mind. Keep the experiences that you've gone through in mind. And let that be a part of your growth. Let that contribute to your growth. But yeah, what this feels like is you're sabotaging yourself because you are comparing instead of valuing what you bring to the table. I know it's cliche, but instead of valuing what your contribution can be. Okay. In doing that, you limit yourself, you miss opportunities. This is a time, once again, for you, Taurus, to be prosperous. This is a very auspicious time for your growth and for your abundance. But you have to choose it. You have to choose it. So it's up to you. So this is your message, Taurus. If this resonates for you, please let me know how in the comments below. Please make sure that you like, share, and subscribe. If this resonates too much and you need a personal reading, go ahead and book at SavySentient.com. And until the very next time I read for you all, I wish you all love and light. Now go get right, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.